Hi, I'm Gregory Paolini, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your Kapex mounted to its mobile stand with extensions. So stick around. When I'm teaching classes that utilize the Festool Kapex, a lot of times folks will ask me afterwards if I can show them the setup of the Kapex, especially the mobile Kapex, one more time. It's really fast to transition this from mobile to usable. So let me show you how that's done. First, I'm going to remove the extensions and just set them aside for a moment. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is remove this locking lever and pop the handle out. Now, I'm just going to let that hang. That's not a big deal. So, in order to stabilize the Kapex while I assemble it, I'm going to put my foot on the stand to keep it firmly against the ground, and I'm going to reach down by the cord wrap and pull the Kapex up. Now I can drop down the handle and let it set into place. If my floor is not level, I need any kind of leveling or any kind of height adjustment, I can do that just by leveling the front legs. But this is pretty good, so I'm going to leave it as is. Next, I'm going to unlock the carriage so it slides. And I can unlock the head so it can come up and down. All right. Now we're at 0 degrees. So next we're going to move on to the extensions. So to start with, I'm just going to rest the extensions up on the Kapex. I've got a work surface to work on, right? So I pop these out. And then I pull the caps off. Now I'm going to come here, I'm going to set the extension into this groove. I need to move my hold down out of the way to do that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Go. Now I always set my extension fences just a hair behind the main fence. When I'm making a cut, the main fence is what I'm registering against. The extension fence, in my opinion, is really just to mount the stop to. This is where all the critical action's happening. So again, my extension fence is just about even with my main fence. All right, now I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to slide my locking tab into place. And it's really critical that the tab mounts to this large portion of the Kapex rather than the small section right here. This is probably the biggest mistake I see folks make. They mount this locking tab to this small little flange. It actually should be mounted right here to this larger flange where there's more material. So we just open that up, slide it in. Now it's grabbing onto a lot more material there. A lot more to bite down on, and it gives you a much more stable fence attachment. And we're good there. And repeat, making sure my tab is fully engaged. You can see how it actually straddles the Kapex right here. So now with the extensions attached, it's time to level them. And you want to use a good straight edge in order to do that. Now, you could run out and grab a commercial straight edge or even use a level, But actually everything you need to do this is right here with the Kapex. So I just go over to the end here and I remove one of the extension locks, and before I pull this out all the way, I take the little flag here and I fold it all the way towards the back. That's going to lock in the little captured nut that's in here so it doesn't fall out and I don't end up losing anything. So I've got this nice long piece of extruded aluminum now that I can use to level my extension to the main body of the Kapex. And I can hold that in place with the hold down from the Kapex. And now I simply adjust the leg here until everything is nice and level. That looks good. And I repeat the process on the other side. Looks good. And now, getting the extension back in there, it's not a big deal at all. The nut actually lines up real easy with the opening here. There it is. And I just put the screw right back in there. And we're good to go. And anytime that you've transported your Kapex or you've set up the mobile Kapex, always make sure that it's zeroed on the miter and the bevel. It's not uncommon to accidentally bump the bevel out of square. So just double check that. We're good to go. And that's how simple it is to set up your Festool Kapex when it's mounted to the mobile stand and you want to hook up your extension wings.